Nomtombout Radio, man. We back for another episode, man. We back for another week. And this week we have a special guest, man. You might know him, you might not, but he always working, in and out of town. Introduce yourself, man.
For those that don't know, boy Princinnati, first eternity representing. Always working, hardly home, but always repping. Was good.
Yeah, man, and talk about that, man. Where are you from exactly?
I was born Pease Air Force Base, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. From there, my family went to Scott Air Force Base, New Hampshire, Illinois, and then we moved to Princinnati, January '95. And my father's from Bond Hill, my mama from Winton Terrace, so of course that's where my whole family's from. So for me, it was easy to get accustomed. And that's why I say Cincinnati made me. Like, I technically was born other places, but I was raised here. Like, I became a man here. Everything that I've ever known in regards to me growing up started in Bond Hill, 1512 Yarmouth Ave.
All right, man. And you said your dad was in the military, right?
He's in the Air Force.
In the Air Force.
Uh-huh.
Kind of talk about how that affected you being able to move around a lot as a kid.
It taught me a lot, and it taught me, honestly, just depend on the ones that you got that's going to hold you down, because no one knows where New Hampshire is in most cases. Like, so from there, it's like, literally, like I was the only black baby in the maternity ward. You see what I'm saying? Especially, so if you think about times like now, like, think about how that was in the late 80s, like, you see what I'm saying? So from there, we literally only had us. So it taught me, and it helped me learn how to move and travel and stuff as a kid, because it was only the small people circle you was around. So where it's like now when I move, I can run around Dolo and go in these different cities and environments, and it's just like, it just taught me how to move in different environments.
How old were you when you moved from New Hampshire?
When I moved from New Hampshire to Illinois?
Just period.
When I moved from New Hampshire to Illinois, I was 2. Then we moved from Illinois to Cincinnati, I was 7.
Okay, so you don't really remember too much about New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, no.
Okay. What is New Hampshire known for?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I couldn't tell you, like, because it was just like I said, I remember they even closed the Air Force Base we was at. Like, it was that small.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, a lot of people use it as, like, a lot of people, from what I was told, use it as, like a seaport and stuff like that. It's a bunch of fishing, and so, because it's the beach right there, even though it's cold, so it's like you get a lot of seafood and stuff like that. And then it's like 50 miles from Boston. Yeah. So a lot of people from Boston, if they wanted to get away from home, like if they went into the Air Force, then they would come through there.
Okay. All right. What's been your favorite place to live so far?
Well, I live in Atlanta now, so.
So that's your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's popping in Atlanta.
No, it's like the opportunities and everything. Everything's accessible.
It's
like,
Wakanda.
Yeah, it is. Like, the opportunities and everything, like it's a reason that everything in my life has progressed since I've been there. Like, personal, business, everything. Like, the opportunities are endless, because literally whoever you watching on whatever TV show, you can pull up on by accident.
Yeah.
So.
Who the craziest person you pulled up on?
I remember when I was in the club with Diddy one time.
Really?
Because because one of my homies is DJ Ace. He's Jeezy's DJ. And me and my brother Chase Manhattan, we was just coming to Atlanta visiting, and we end up, he just liked our promo work. Ace did. This was before he was Jeezy's DJ. He was DJ at Compound. So when I moved down there, I got down there in September. This was when the HipHop Awards was in October. So, you know, they recorded 2 weeks early. So literally the week I moved there, they was doing it. He was like, come out. So I'm in the DJ booth. I look over. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, it's Diddy right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course he give me some number that don't work or they ain't going to pick up. But the fact that I was just right there, like, and I'm not the biggest picture taker in the world. Like, that's not my thing. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, the people I run into, they respect that I'm not just like, hey, take this picture with me. Like, but that was the one I was like, nigga, that's. And then H was like, yeah, he be with me all the time. I was like, wow. Like,
Block Entertainment. They did the whole first jump.
Yeah, but when I say Diddy be in Atlanta all the time, all the time.
Yeah.
So I've seen him more than once. It was just that was the first time, and it boggled my fucking mind. Especially that was when I first moved here. When I first moved to Atlanta.
So did you get to dance with Diddy?
Nah, we were too busy popping bottles, and it wasn't no room for that. We was all in a DJ booth, so it wasn't like it was the most space in the world.
Okay.
But
so talk about your experiences in Cincinnati and what led up to you leaving.
Business or personal, or both?
Just both.
Well, for the people that know me, like they know every time I come in town, I go to Vine Street Cemetery. Like I had a cousin. Me and my cousin Chad, we were raised like we were brothers. Like my mom and his mom were sisters. My mom is his mom's younger sister. And he got killed in 2007. So from there, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, that changed you as a person. My cousin Anton got killed in 2010. I think one of my homies, Courtney, got killed in 2011. And then I got robbed. I got shot at by all types. So from there, it was like, I'm walking around carrying a gun, shit like that. And I'm like, I felt like I was gonna kill somebody or be killed. But regardless, it wasn't gonna be nothing that was good for my future. So I gotta go. Like I gotta get the fuck out of here. And the girl I was with at the time, we both had the same thought. Like we wanted to leave. She was in school for nursing, and me, I'm gonna figure it out.
Right,
but
so
yeah, so it was just a matter of, like I said, when they mentally, I just had to get out, like just mentally, because I knew it wasn't working for me personally, and I felt like I wasn't going to make it anywhere. Like I thought I was going to kill or be killed. Business wise, wasn't nobody checking for me like that. Like I can say that, admit that, and I understand it. And then some of that was the business, some of that was the city, and some of that was me. Like I wasn't the best artist. Like you see what I'm saying? Like I didn't know, like my songs weren't as good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to get a new energy. And then it was like sometimes when you, like, some shit motivate people, but it's like, I'm not.
Man, y'all just missed what we was just talking about. It was some good stuff, too, man. But just talking about the systematic death of black people, racism, things like that, man. Because when we left off last, we were talking about the reason why you left was because a lot of people around you were dying.
Right. They got killed. They weren't dying, like they got killed.
Right.
And I felt like I was either next or I would be in jail from killing someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not afraid to admit I'm not in this life. I'm not about this life. This ain't for me.
Hey.
I work a 9 to 5. Always have. And the people that listen to my music, they know this. Like this ain't nothing that I'm portraying, like you see what I'm saying, like I'm not perpetrating a fraud, like so for me, I'm not afraid to admit that the streets wasn't for me, and I felt myself going into that, and I knew it wasn't going to end well. So that was one of my main decisions to leave.
But you get the energy that you put out, so it's a lot of people who not about that street life.
Not necessarily. Like I see people I'm on Facebook still. Like I'm not in Cincinnati, but I see it's a bunch of people that die every day that are just like me. Like my boy Courtney. That's the one that hit me. Cause my boy Courtney, me and him did the same. We worked, we bought shoes, we went to the club and had fun, and it didn't matter. I'm
not necessarily saying like that, but like I feel like a lot of time we tune to the frequency of our music because that's what we listening to the most often. It's people who not about that street life making street music, and eventually you're making music for a certain demographic that you're gonna have to see.
But that's the thing, I've never done that.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people attracting some energy that they don't.
But it still came my way.
Yeah.
Like I never did that, and it still came my way.
When you got robbed, what happened? You talked about getting robbed.
It was me and my little homie Audemars Cole, and I was living downtown. And I was going to Studio and Door, which was based downtown at the time. Came out of a store, motherfuckers was watching this. Came out of a store, it could click, like you heard it. And I remember I had my little this was when screw back earrings was popping at the time. Like I had my little, like give me the earrings and this, and it was just like, I didn't get robbed for that much, but it was just the fact of, it was just like, it's traumatizing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
you get a gun pulled on you when you really just go into the store to get something to drink and minding your business. Like, it's like, yo, like, y'all savages like that to catch. Like, and it wasn't like I was, like I said, they might have got $80 from me, a phone. Mm-hmm. Like, if anything, I just wanted my phone back. Yeah. And then it was just like, that's when I knew I knew a decent amount of people rock with me, because it was like, I heard like, oh shit, like they heard they rock, like people heard they rock, they trying to give you the stuff back, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, you can't untake that out of my head though. Mm-hmm. And this was in 2010. So this was after my cousin, my brother, like this is after a bunch of people around me have been taken out of this world. So yeah, like I'm paranoid.
Yeah, I'm done by that point.
Right.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. There's violence from all over, man. The systematic racism, even we see through the scope of a white person sometimes, where you might be walking down the street, see a group of black people, you like, I'm crossing the street too.
I mean, I didn't think like that, but I understand it. I get it. But it's just like, I've never been like, I guess, like not, or I've never been in a situation, I've never been like quote unquote scared, or you know what I'm saying, but I get why some people will do that, because unfortunately, the things I've been through in life, I've been through. It was us. I didn't go through it, like, it wasn't a cop that did whatever to my cousin mm-hmm. or my brother. Like, it was another young black man at the time. Like,
what type of trauma does that leave you with?
A lot. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's PTSD. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have flashbacks, you have these different thoughts in your head, and it's like every day you're not sure what's going on or whatever. Like and I see where a lot of things happen for people in these neighborhoods that can't get out of the neighborhood. Like, I was able to move to a different neighborhood and then move to a different state. Yeah. And in that span of time, I've been to counseling and all type of stuff, and figured out what I've done and how those things affected my life and everything. But a lot of people can't do that.
How was counseling and what therapy? Yeah. How was that helped you?
It helped me tremendously, like, because I didn't understand. For years, it was like I would push people away before they were taken out of my life. Like, I would, like I didn't know subconsciously I was an asshole and pissing people off, like family, women, whoever, because it was just like I just had the thought that they wasn't gonna be here no way, regardless of like death or like. I remember it was a time in Princinnati where I felt like I was by myself, because my mom and a bunch of my mom's family ended up moving to Indianapolis, and I was still here. And that was in that same span of time from like 2007 to 2010. And it was just like, at the time, me and my father's family wasn't the closest. So it was just like, from there, it felt like everybody was leaving my life, so I was pushing people. Mm-hmm. So it was like I had to realize the different things that I was doing to make that make sense, to make it to where I'm not doing that anymore, and to value these relationships that I have more than I was.
I feel you. I feel you, man. I think I go through the same thing sometimes of being on the defensive so hard that you defending yourself from the good and the bad. Right. Yeah, man. It's interesting. But people don't care about the trauma, or they just don't know.
Right. Like, and if you're not open enough to let it be known, it's like I've been able to reach out to people, thank God to social media. Like, I've been able to reach out to people and apologize for my wrongdoing and so forth. Yeah. Some people listen, some people don't, but it's like at least the attempt is there.
Yeah, yeah. And it kind of lets you let your guard down a little bit more to be kind of vulnerable.
And then they get it. And then they understand it. So
we kind of got deep, but it's necessary, man. So now I like to play a game, man.
What's up?
I'm known for these games, man.
Yes,
Do this. We got this game called Rappers Be Acting.
Okay.
So what this game is, let the music play a little bit, let you groove. If you want to dance, feel free. Okay, that's fine. But rappers be acting, man. I'm going to give you a rapper's name. Well, I'm going to give you a rapper in the movie that they played in. Okay. I want you to tell me the name of the character they play in the movie and or TV show. All right, we're going to start off with the entanglement master, Will Smith.
Oh, okay.
And the first movie is Matter of fact, man, let's put some time restraint on here, man. We got 30 seconds. I'm gonna give you as many as I can in 30 seconds and see how many we can come up with in 30 seconds, man.
All right, cool.
Bad Boys.
Mike Lowry.
Snoop Dogg and Baby Boy.
Damn, I don't remember it. Next. Scared. I don't remember it.
LL Cool J, In the House.
Marion.
T.I., ATL.
Rashad.
Eminem and 8 Mile.
B Rabbit.
Ludacris and Hustle and Flow.
Skinny shit. I forget his
He was there.
is Skinny Black.
We give you half. That's it. That's it, man.
Okay.
And the one that you missed was Snoop and Baby Boy, and his name was Rodney.
See, that's the I always forget.
You gotta
everybody
say it.
stuck on Jody, so that's why I'm like I forgot it was Rodney. I forgot.
Yeah,
He
man.
showed it on BT every week for 4 years.
Every week. Every
They
week.
did that and Notorious, boy. God, it was like we ain't got nothing. Throw Baby Boy in there.
Man. And now that it's no secret that Viacom own everything, it might be the same thing on MTV, MTV2, VH1, and BET.
All of it.
Ridiculousness.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy for that because Ohio against the world. Rob getting his money.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You know Rob is dropping a porkless pork rind called Pig Out.
How the hell is that?
I don't know, but it looked delicious.
How do you have a porkless pork? Pork rind ain't nothing but pig skin.
Right.
So how do you have a porkless? What is that? What is it? A green onion? Like what is?
I think it is vegetable based.
But it's not a pork rind then.
It's not. But
It's a potato chip.
What you want is flavor and crunch.
But it's a potato chip. But it's not a pork rind then.
It's not. But
It's a potato chip.
What you want is flavor and crunch.
But it's a potato chip. Like how you making this? They're making a veggie chip.
Yeah. Porkless chicharron.
Nah,
Chicharron.
I don't know about that.
Hey, man.
Like I don't know. I don't like turkey bacon, so that's why I'm like I can't.
Hey, I don't like turkey bacon either, but I just came back from LA and I was at Lavish House. Shout out to Lavish.
Okay.
And he made some turkey bacon. I was like, hey man.
No, it's a necessary evil. Like I eat it, but I don't prefer it. Turkey bacon to me is like condom sex. If I don't have to do it, then I won't. But of course, we know what we want best, but that's not always the option if you're not in a consistent situation.
Yeah, man, you faking like turkey bacon.
It be like that.
Hey, man.
Grew up, my parents ain't old. Like, so they was listening to everything. And then with us being in the Midwest, we listened to everything. So it was like I remember listening to Ready to Die with my mom, listening to The Chronic with my father. And it was just like, I loved it and I always wanted to do it. And it was just like, honestly, but it wasn't necessarily rapping first. It was just performing. Performing to me was my thing. Like, as a kid, like talent shows and stuff like that. And it was just so whatever I could do to perform, rather it be sing or rap, then I would do it. So then from there, it was just like, I started writing as a teenager, and this was when Nelly was popping like crazy. And he did a little bit of both. Now my voice ain't made for that, but he did a little bit of both. Like he was one of the first, besides Bone Thugs, with the melodic and still being able to rap about what he wanted to rap about. Like people forgot that he was talking about riding down the street with a street sweeper with the top down because it was melodic. Mm-hmm. And so it was like that's when I started really like trying to write. So I was like 12. 12, 13, something like that. When Country Grammar came out.
What did you write? What was you remember your first?
No, I threw it away. Cause I knew this wasn't gonna work then. So I was like, no. Like it was some bull.
It's crazy you talking about Nelly. It's crazy how making something violent sound beautiful. It's right. Crazy what you can do with melody and making something sound right. Beautiful. Cause you could talk about just killing people and
people do it now and it's normal. Like you got like a bunch of the artists, the Lil Babies or Migos or whoever that put a lot of the different things in there. You hear YFN Lucci and different people But in 2000, he was the first one to say, I'm going down your street with a Range Rover, street sweeper, baby, cock ready to let it go. Listen to it, pal. Light it up and take a puff. Pass it to me like and that was on TRL.
That's crazy.
Like, people didn't notice it just because he was singing it.
Right. I'm just now listening like, really? He was talking about a drive-by.
Straight up.
And then get high after it.
But then, like I told you, I lived in Sky Air Force Base, Illinois. It's 20 miles from St. Louis. St. Louis is real like that. So it don't matter. It don't matter what. So Nelly was breaking it down. Like, look, it don't matter what. I'm gonna sing this for the lady, but I'm still talking to my dudes. And that was what worked.
That's crazy. He even had a little dance.
Right. It was popping, and everybody did it. And it was everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that album ended up going diamond.
Jesus.
And he was talking the same shit as Tupac or Biggie or whoever. Like, you know what I'm saying? The same violence. But I remember watching him, and it was like just watching how he moved later. He was the one that taught, like, you'd always need a commercial. You could be talking about the same stuff on the album, but you need the commercial that everybody can understand. Mm-hmm. And his was through his melody.
Yeah. Who else were you listening to? Who else influenced you?
Nelly. I say somebody like Eminem, Fabulous. I'm a Fabulous fan. Like, Fab is my top 5.
Really?
Because he can rap with the best of them, but he can still make that song for the ladies. And it's like he still shows that he has skill to this day. Like, you throw a Fab gonna have one of the best verses, regardless of who he with. But he still know how to go ahead and put Ty Dolla $ign on his hook, get a hitmaker beat or whatever. Even if you go back to when Pharrell and this person and Lil Mo and this feature, and so yeah, like a lot of Fabulous to this day.
I like Fabulous to a certain extent. You can't drink chamomile tea and listen to Fabulous. You're gonna be asleep. It's so monotone, man.
No, he's changed that though. Since before, like, yeah, he was like that the first couple of albums. But I mean, like, if you listen to what was that, Summertime Shootout 3, like, he switched it up some. He switched it up. Mm-hmm. Like, he switched it up. He's much more than he was. Like, he used to be super. It don't matter what song he was on. It was the same. It was the same level. It was the same, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's figured that out. But I'm an advocate of words. Like, so for me, it's like when I've heard him rap, and I'm like, sheesh.
Yeah.
But Fab is one of my favorites to this day, and I listen to Fab, and I'll be like, okay, I get it. And I love his relevance. How people don't understand that Fab is 44 years old, mm-hmm. with his style and how he makes his music. It's like, and it's showing the longevity and how you can stay with the times and not look like you just following the fad. So
that's cool, man. Yeah, don't listen to Fabulous sleepy though. You're gonna need a blanket. And you leave, and periodically you come back to the city. It's a lot of times you be like just giving back. Talk about why you even feel the need to come back to Cincinnati, because you've been several different places.
Right.
I guess Cincinnati might have been the place where you grew up the most at, but why are you feeling the importance of coming back and just giving back?
I mean, because at the end of the day, Cincinnati made me the man that I am, and I take everything that I learned, my hustle hand, my business acumen, everything else in these different places I am. So, and I still have a love for Cincinnati, and I still have people here. So it's like, it's easy for me to come and still see my great-grandmother. She's still here. She's still alive and kicking. She's still doing everything that she's always been. So it's like, I'll come and see her. I'll go to Vine Street Cemetery. And it's like the goal at the end of the day, just because I left don't mean I don't want to see it better. So from there, it's like, I still always want the best for the city that I love. It's just sometimes you can't be in it. And you can't lead people for better in the situation. Sometimes you have to get out of the situation, and then from there, that's when you can show different ways, and people are more likely to listen. Like, I've had more people, I've said the same things in Cincinnati, and then I've left Cincinnati, and it seemed like it made more sense because I was gone to some people.
I think that's part of, would you agree that it's part of being a consumer city, where if it don't look like a product that's in the stores, it's not, we don't want it. Or if it don't look like somebody else is consuming it.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of situations, like, it's like you got to look like you popping somewhere else, mm-hmm. for it to work. At least in my case, that's definitely what happened. I was, like I said, I was doing the same amount of work, the same grinding. It seemed like I go to Atlanta and I do a few things, and then it's like, oh snap, what's good with Prince? Prince, what's up? And I'll be like, I was doing this then. It's the same. Like, I work with the same people. I still record with the same person. Me and Mama Named Me Evan, Young X, whatever you know him as, was recording in his basement years ago. Like, he has timeless studios now, but it's like me and him been working for a decade. I still get the same beats from M80. Like, I Kill Will. Like, it ain't like I went to Atlanta and started being Atlanta. Like, I'm still Alvin from Bond Hill. Like, I still do the same stuff. It's just a matter of I'm just taking it somewhere else to market it.
And talk about your promotion and your marketing, because it always is big. You got a real strong promo marketing.
Marketing was my thing. It's always been. I went to Wynn-Woods and I was in DECA. DECA is the marketing. It was it was teaching us how to just go into it. Like, I was an intro to marketing, and then I remember we had the different competitions where we went across the state, and I remember being like second in the state, qualifying for nationals and stuff as a senior in high school. So then when I went to Cincinnati State, I studied marketing, and I wasn't learning anything, cause they told me the terms, but I knew how to do all of it off the rip. So it was like from there. It was just like I could sell everything else. Like, in every job I've ever succeeded at, I worked in a shoe store. I know shoes. I worked at a cell phone place. I know cell phones and technology. So once I started doing music and selling myself, I'm the best product I know. So it's just about moving different. So it's like there are these people with these bigger teams, and like I remember when I first was getting started, I remember like being super young boy, like 17, and you seen how Aristocrat was moving, and you seen. Then it was like after that, like more my age range, you seen like the beat gangs in the different parts of the world. Like, and it was like I never had a team that big, so I got to be more creative. So when people see a billboard, they're like, "How'd you get a billboard?" Mind your business. Like, it's you got to be more creative. Like with social media and X, Y, and Z. Like it's not that same move like the guerrilla marketing mentality is different nowadays. And I kind of saw that wave coming in advance. So I'm always looking for what's next. I'm always trying to figure out what the next move is, and me and my brother end up figuring out a way to look. It's just about looking different, and it's just the small things I do. Like everything I wear has my name on it, or it goes back to me. Like, this is Fresh Frat, but if you go # Fresh Fraternity, it's only stuff for me that pop up. If I was to wear Black Owned or Lavish or No Love, everything in the world would pop up. So everything I do, I'm marketing myself. Everything. Mm-hmm. So,
and no slight to them, because I haven't seen you in Lavish before.
I'll rock with Lavish. Like, Lavish is Bond Hill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my peoples over there. Like, shout out to Jamel and them. Like, we tied in plenty of different ways, and like I'll wear it, but it's like it'll be with something that still has my name on it.
Definitely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll show love and support whoever. Like, I bought stuff and wore it. I just didn't take the picture in it.
I'm the same way, man. I got the type shit brand popping. But like, even just the shirts, I never wear a shirt that I didn't create. Right. Just because you always gotta be. We in a renaissance right now where it's a recreating of everything. And
right.
If you can take a hold right now, you can come out on top of the next wave.
Right.
So you gotta always be branding, marketing something.
Yeah. So it's like everything almost every shirt that if you've seen me take a picture, or like if I'm like not in a club, of course, because you gotta like might have to wear a button up or something. But it's like everything has my name on the back. Everything.
Yeah.
Or it has Fresh Fraternity on it. Like everything. Like I wear this at work. Like everything. Like to where it's like it's just subtle hints. Yeah. To where it's like, what is that? And it make you like eventually somebody look it up.
Everything is real estate.
Everything. So from there, just like I've always thought this, even like I said, when I said people asked me when did I start taking it serious and investing, it was like 2012. It was like everything I did. Every time I buy a shoe, I make sure I get something to go with it to where it's like, and I'll get it in advance. So as soon as the shoe come out that day, it's like, dang, he playing that. You damn right. Mm-hmm. So it's like, and it's just the smallest things like that. The bigger things is like, I'm not here, but I need my presence felt. So it's like, some of that is the old school, like posters going up. So if you ride through certain hoods, you like, where's that at? Or you being creative with the social media marketing, or you know what I'm saying? Like if you know certain companies for marketing, like I said with billboards, like I rolled past that. I just saw it for myself yesterday, and it's amazing. And it was just like, dang, like, and that was just something like in one of these little sponsored Facebook ads. The company was just like, hey, you want a billboard? And it's like you think it's fake, but no, it was real. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, cool.
So it's a Facebook ad. That's as much as you're gonna give away on that one.
Yeah. Because it's like I said, it's so simple. It's like people gonna be mad when they figure it out.
That usually it's like that.
Like I literally clicked and figured out who the company was.
Yeah.
And it's like it shows everything.
I think your favorite promotional tool that I've seen is the bus, the LED bus.
Yeah, I've done that twice.
Jesus, that's hard. I remember I was coming through Clifton, and I was driving past UC.
And we did that 3 years ago. That was
that's hard.
We had the idea because we saw it. Me and Chase, we was in Miami, and we saw a bad boy artist that they was trying to get going at the time, and you seen him ride through in a Corvette after the LED truck. Like you seen the LED truck ride through, and of course everybody stop and look, and it's like whoa, like you see big ass TV screens, and it's a music video, and then you see him riding past in a drop Corvette in the back seat, and he rapping the same song. And we was just like,
that's hard.
That's hard. So we seen it in 2015. So from there, we like, all right, where are these people at? One's in Miami. No, that's crazy. We're not gonna do that. And then it was like we found one in Chicago. And then so from there we was like, all right, cool. We can get it there. Like, okay, so we had to figure out how much it cost. I ain't gonna lie, it's ridiculous. It's like $200 an hour. And then you still gotta get it shipped here. So from there it was like, all right. So it was like, cool. So from there, like I said, we were just researching, and then you fast forward. So August 21st of 17, it was the first day of school for UC, Xavier, and NKU. So we did all of that. Mind you, I had just did Lil Wayne at Ohio State the month before that. And I had just performed at Birthday Bash, Atlanta, the month before that. So it was just like, hit him again. And that happened to also be the same day as the eclipse. Accidentally. So we pulled up to UC and they let us rock. Like they were just like, we pulled like, if you, like I forget where you turn off on MLK and you can pull in and it's that little circle right there. Yeah. And they let us park right there. Yeah. First day of school.
That's exactly what I was saying to that.
Right, first day. So we was like, bet. Like, and then we was just like, I was just talking to people, like being me, like having conversation. So we did it. Then we went to Xavier. We was at UC from like 8 to 10. And then we was at Xavier from like 10 to 12. And then we went to NKU at like 3 o'clock. And that was when everybody was outside filming the eclipse. So we just happened to ride past and people was like filming both. And then we pulled up to the radio station like, so what's up, we working or not? Like, y'all say people need the streets. It's like, what's up, what we doing? And then literally it was in the same span of time. I was here for a week. And then I recorded Talk to Me with Young X that week. And then we ended up getting in the mix show meeting. And then I performed, but that was when Cardi came the month after that. And I ended up opening for Cardi. And then that was when Talk to Me came out. And then that's when they started playing it on the radio. All because of that 3-month stretch of work we did. But the LED truck, we did it then, and then we did it last year when we did the last year Sunday pull up. We did it again. It was like, we pull up with the trucks, and then we pull up with the ice cream. And people didn't know that was us with the ice cream as well. So it was like we parked at Eden Park, and then it was just like, oh, that's him? Yeah, that's him. Whoa. Like, you see what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. You made yourself into a celebrity.
I hear that, and it's like, I don't think that, but other people do.
It's just about doing the work that other people ain't willing to do.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not even like, you see what I'm saying, but the average person, the average group of dudes will go buy bottles at the club and spend the same amount of bread on that section that we spent for the LED truck.
And you like ain't touching
that, like that couple grand, we spent a couple grand on that. And like I said, that's the average person's going out, or like people in Atlanta right now, like out at Sweet Lounge, section $1,000, $350 each bottle, but y'all doing that to look good for the bitches. Meanwhile, the same amount of money we spent, we did that. And it's like, but it's just like I said, it's always planning. It's always an extensive plan. Like I'm planning next year now because I had this year planned and then COVID hit. So now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna remix it, and but it was like I had some stuff. I'll tell you off camera. Like I had some stuff.
What's because you say you did Birthday Bash, you opened up for Wayne. What's been your favorite show to do?
Arenas are always fun. So, and not even trying to say a stunt, but arenas. No, like dead serious. Like,
where's Blackjack when you need him? Stunt.
Shout out to Blackjack, man. He's always was a cool dude. But when I performed at the Charlotte Hornets game with my homie Chuck T, and it's just a feeling of being on a court, especially if you were an athlete too. So I used to hoop. So it's like you get both of them in the same, and you running around, and you don't got to worry about, like, I performed on some of the most terrible stages. So it's like you got to map out the spots and do this, and this. Now, the NBA court, that's a little bit different. So that was amazing. And then when I did Nelly at NKU, I did that last March. That was super fun. Like, that was ridiculous. Like,
you get the meeting?
Yeah, I've been in there. I've met Nelly a few times. Like, because we cool with his management. So it's like, he's been in Atlanta, and I've done like 3 or 4 shows with him at this point. And it's like, well, we just cool with his management. So it's just like, if they just running through the Midwest, they reach out to us.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How important are relationships?
That's everything. Because I know I haven't, because it's like a lot of situations, like people will spend, like if you just don't know someone and you just like, hey, I want to do this, they're going to do an outrageous number because in most cases, that's what the average person is paying. Like for radio promotions and campaigns and this, and a lot of people, without even putting their extra finder's fee on it. A lot of the things we've been able to bypass just because we've built the relationship, and like I've pulled up on people just to take them to lunch. Or like I was telling you, like yesterday, like shout out to DJ DC. I pulled up on DC at Newport Ultra Lounge. Pulled up, elbow dab. Like I'm saying, we can't dab each other up like we do no more, but pulled up, elbow, what you drinking? He just drinking water. Oh, okay. Bought him a water, came back, made sure he wasn't drinking nothing. Talked to him for a second. I was in the club for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't asked him to play my record or nothing. Boom, left. We pulled up on DJ Merkout. Same thing. He said he was drinking Hennessy. Bought him, took him a shot of Hennessy. Took a shot with him. Talked to him for a second. Boom, left. Went to another spot. Like building the rapport and the relationship with people has gotten me much further than just my bank account. Because it's only me and my brother, so it ain't like we don't have the investors or the whatever. So it's like our relationships are everything. And the fact that I can reach to people, like I said, I performed at the Charlotte Hornets game, like at a game. Like that's like the NBA is a different kind of corporation. I had to have that relationship with, like I said, my big homie. And he became my big homie just because I pulled up on him, spent money with him before. Now it's just like it's all love. We just have conversations. Like we do interviews and it's just conversations. It's just us catching up. Mm-hmm. But that's another situation that I got in Atlanta that I wouldn't have been able to get. Like Chuck ain't coming here. Like Chuck don't have a reason to come here. Like you see what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of those situations where it was like I'm in the room with these different people that are life changing because I travel and where I live. And that was all a plan.
Mm-hmm. That's hard, man. I think a lot of Cincinnati yards, including myself, need to just hear that.
I mean, it's always about traveling and just getting out. But then I tell people, like, because people will come to Atlanta, like, it's Labor Day weekend. People will come to Atlanta, then. You're not handling most business then. You'll get more business handled on a random Tuesday in a strip club than you will Saturday afternoon in Atlanta. Because everybody's there trying to do the same thing Saturday afternoon in Atlanta, in Lenox Mall, or in Magic City, or whatever. Whereas if you go to Follies on a Tuesday, you can run into DJ Plug. DJ Plug did beats for Lil Uzi Vert. DJ Plug is one of my homies, like randomly, but it's like you're not gonna get his attention on that Saturday when he's gotten 40 different flyers and business cards in his pocket. So it's like I tell people, like, take that PTO, take a full week, and just go somewhere, and you'll be amazed at the work you'll get done.
Now let's talk about that. If you don't want to, we can skip over it. But you said take that PTO. Can you talk about you having a real job on top of music?
I'm a phlebotomist and a lab tech.
Okay, so you play with blood.
Yeah. Like they call me the vampire, and I always joke with the patient, like, no, I'm the vampire's bartender.
You ever thought about flipping that into an image? Being a phlebotomist and like, cause you know now it's about niche marketing.
Nah, I mean, it's not necessarily me flipping into an image. That's my everyday job.
But promoting it as that, like the phlebotomist
it's
or the vampire.
It's certain situations that I'm already like. It's because it's music videos where it's songs I talk about it. It's new music where I talk about it. Like I said in the song, it take patience to get where I'm at. Because every time I drew more patients, it added to my stacks, and every patient was OT that added more to that. Their misfortune was my fortune. I'm just stating facts. Like so, it's like part of the video, you're gonna see me coming out of patient's room, taking all the COVID stuff off, all of that. Like we're shooting like the music video to show that. So I'm not gonna make it like a niche or nothing like that. No.
That's hard.
like if it take off because it took off, I'm cool, but I'm not. Like that's just my life. Like you see what I'm saying?
Phlebotomist, bruh, drop us the phlebotomist, bruh. The phlebotomist EP. Blood money. Let me help with the marketing, bruh. Don't get it twisted. I got different bars and different things in there to where it's like it's in there. Like you see what I'm saying? Like I'm not ashamed of my life. I'm proud of. I'm blessed to have my job. Yeah. I've made the most money I've ever made in my life. Yeah. Like legally. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I seen a post where somebody said they making $9.50. Like don't nobody make $9.50 an hour. Like I'm like I make almost triple that without going to school for nothing. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't take a phlebotomy course or nothing. Like my supervisor took a chance on me and trained me. Mm-hmm. So I'm good. Like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I tell people like I work at Wellstar Cobb Hospital, Austell, Georgia, West Side. You'll see me. You just see me with a mask and shit, but you'll see me. We need that transparency though in hip hop, man, because a lot of hip hop, it used to be is facades. It's like we talked about earlier. Like you might be promoting something that you're not necessarily into. Like transparency open up the lanes and just the minds of people.
Right, and then I know that I remember. Like I'm a fan of Jeezy. I'm a fan of Gucci. I'm a fan of these different people and doing X, Y, and Z, but I understand what they was doing, which was music, and what a lot of people need to be more content with being themselves. And if they can do that, then cool. Like I'm trying to show that if I make it, like if I get to what's the quote unquote epitome of success, that I did it normally. Like I did it with a regular job, and I just put money behind talent. And I've always just wanted to show that, like it doesn't have to, like you know what I'm saying, like and people who get they see it because of social media, so it's like it looks like life is great for me, and it is, like you know what I'm saying, like I can't complain about it, but I'm not gonna say that it like I didn't have like because even when I was in Barn Hill or I got people like my aunt was in the Fae, like you know what I'm saying, like even then like I was always content in my own skin, like I still was like I was the pretty one at the time, whereas because you know they was in the streets and I wasn't. But I still, you know what I'm saying, could pull up and be in any environment and not have an issue because I was always me. Like for other people that if they can do that, then that'd be great. And then you will have more people when they come along. The people that watch us, like our little homies, they can understand. Like I can just be me and just happen to make music as well, and it works for me as well.
Mm-hmm. We talked about your good shows. What's some of them an embarrassing maybe studio moment or stage moment?
I remember my voice went out the day before a show. I was coming up here to do something with I Grind. DJ had the Grind 101.1 The Wiz.
Shout out to I Grind.
I remember like not having a voice, like voice projection is big for me, like, and I didn't have a voice. That show was horrible. Mm-hmm. I've been at shows that was no one was there. Like you see that along the way, like you know what I'm saying? Like I've done my like I'm saying, like, and this was in the Top Cats days. This was in the, you know what I'm saying, Baba Budan's days. Like, this was, like, R.I.P. the Scandal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was, you've had your shows where sound sucks or whatever. Like, I've been through every part of the stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, arenas is cool, but I've performed in some closets. I've, I put in the groundwork, and it, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get it. Like, I remember before black people took over Mad Frog, I remember that. And that stage was like,
it's a weird setup. It's just a weird club setup. Like
straight up.
Like if anything was to happen, it's bad trying to get up out of there.
Facts. Like it's crazy. Like I remember, like I said, so Mad Frog and all these different places. Like I remember, I'm trying to think. I remember quote unquote embarrassing. Like okay, like Black Family Reunion one year, I performed and it was like the little what they call a serpentine wall or whatever.
Yeah.
And no one was down there. And I still rocked that bitch for like the 4 people that was there. Because at the end of the day, couldn't nobody say that it was whack but me. So it was like, oh yeah, he performed at so and so. Like yeah, they heard my name on the radio and everything. So it's like it's still, but technically for people that need the crowd, you would say that show was horrible. But I still rock that shit. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? Because it was 4 people there, and 3 of those people still follow me. And we interact to this day.
That's retention.
Like that was 2009. Yeah.
Hey man. It's all about, man, just doing the work, man, really.
Always.
Let's get into another game, man. Yes, I have the same music for each game. We're not that we're gonna get you some new music.
We're gonna figure that out.
This one is called My Mama Called Me.
Okay.
This is formerly known as what kind of switch it up name and crew. But the last one was about crews. This one is about individual artists. So,
okay.
My Mama Called Me. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna give you an artist, government name, and let's see if you can give me their
stage name.
Their stage name.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna do 30 seconds on this one too, man. So.
All right.
Taheed Epps.
Taheed Epps. T-Pain.
You wanna skip?
Skip. We come back to that.
Dana Owens.
Dana Owens.
You should know this.
I should know this. It sounds weird. Next. Skip.
Bill Collis Almanzar.
Next.
Navadius Wilburn.
Future.
Jordan Michael Houston. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
you got 1 out of 5.
That's terrible.
I picked some hard people, and these people's names don't sound like.
Oh, of course it never does. Like, but
Taheed Epps, 2 Chainz.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that. I remember seeing his ID when he got robbed. I remember seeing that. Damn, I fucked that up.
Okay, Dana Owens.
Oh, Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, I know that, but I don't know that.
Yeah. Sit up for me real quick. Let's catch that. What's going on? Bell. I don't even know if I'm saying this right. Bell Collis, Almanzar, Cardi B.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have never. No. No.
Navadius Wilburn is Future.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Jordan Michael Houston is Juicy J.
Never would have knew that.
You want to do another round of that game?
Yeah, give me another round. Like,
let's get another round of that game.
Yeah, let's
man.
do that again. Like,
another 30 seconds. Let's put it up on the board. And let's go. Wrong music. Robert Rameek Williams.
Meek Mill.
Cameron Thompson.
Next.
Jeffrey Lamar Williams.
Next.
Marshall Mathers. William Roberts Jr.
Ross. Rose.
Okay. Now, one thing that I did learn is that it's a lot of influential people. The most influential rappers out right now, I share a name with them.
Word.
My name is Lamar.
Okay.
J. Cole's name is Jermaine Lamar Cole.
Okay.
Young Thug's name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams.
Would have never died, yeah.
Like,
I know his name
Lamar.
was Jeffrey. Yeah, I know his name was Jeffrey, but I didn't know the rest of it.
Jeffrey, yeah. Of course, Marshall Mathers is Eminem. William Roberts, you got that. Rick Ross. Cameron Thomas. Wiz Khalifa.
Didn't know that.
He looked like a Cameron.
Like I didn't think. I remember when they was promoting Wiz Khalifa on. It was a random website I used to download music from. Like this was like 2006. They was promoting Wiz. Like he was just local Pittsburgh artist.
Yeah. He opened up a lane for proper speaking black people. They was like, we finally have someone to look up to. Because he proper. He got the proper, he pronounce and
enunciate. He makes sure his enunciation is always good. Even with even though he be laid back and high all the time, he still get everything out.
So for the Fairfield crew, we're like, man, I'm so tired of listening to Blink 182. you got Wiz Khalifa now, man. Thank Wiz for that, man. And that was called My Mama Named Me. Talk about what you think the importance is of mamas in hip hop.
The unfortunate, I think it's not mamas in hip hop. They might have made that the black community. It wasn't always, I guess it's not the perceived thing of our fathers being around. Mm-hmm. So it's like your mama and Big Mama was everything. So from there, it's like you got Dear Mama, a song for my mama, Make My Mama Proud, all these types of records, because your mama was out, like my mama has came down to see me perform in some of these places. My mom, like, she don't live in Cincinnati, but she'll be at the event tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Like, she'll be at it. She's helped me, like, hey, you should do this. Or like when I was doing talent shows as a kid, like, hey, perform this way. Make sure you singing and making eye contact with the crowd. Make sure you doing this and make sure you hitting this place. And so it's like your mom is usually your first fan. Mm-hmm. She's usually the support. She's usually your first investor in a lot of cases. Like, so from there, it's like, yeah, like we owe our mamas everything. Because in a lot of cases, they was the one that was there coaching you through most of it when you had them first dreams of it.
Yeah, man. Rappers love their mamas, man.
Right.
Rappers.
I mean, as you should. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as you should. But in a lot of cases, it's like, it's unfortunate that it's perceived that daddy wasn't around or daddy might have been at work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember, like I said, me and my father, we've gotten better with time, but I understand that my father was a provider, but that took time and effort. I understand that, me having a child now. Yeah. Like, I get it. I understand it. But
what's that like, being a father and being a hip hop artist, working?
I think about it. I think about a few things differently, especially because I have a daughter.
Yeah.
So I think about it a few things differently.
Like what?
I be thinking, like, my daughter can't see none of this. Mm. I've already came to the conclusion, like, when my daughter turns maybe 7 or 8, I'm gonna give her the game. I'm gonna give her everything, because my previous dating life, and like I said, I was a whore in my 20s, in teens. But it's like, from there, it's like, the women that I came in contact with in a lot of those cases, like, they didn't have the men in their life to tell them what not to fall for, don't fall for this, so forth and so forth. Like, I'm gonna tell my daughter when she, like I said, maybe 8 years old, none of these boys ain't shit. I wasn't shit. I just became shit. So don't fall for none of that shit. And I'm gonna tell her early.
But then that make them inquisitive to, like, what do you mean? Is it applicable?
And no, I'm gonna tell her, like, the I got away with that I shouldn't have. Like, I'm gonna tell her, like, without it being straight up my penis in her, like, I'm gonna straight up tell her, like, I did this. This wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, letting her know what her worth is so she can understand that. A lot of women, they got it now. We in our 30s now. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas, but before, they didn't understand it, and then that's when they ended up in different situations. In a lot of situations where, like, they wouldn't do it now, yeah. Or like with children, with people that they shouldn't, and all type of stuff. Like, whatever choice my daughter chooses to make as an adult, I want her to at least make conscious choices, and I gave her the how to not fuck this up, yeah. And she choose to, and you know, at least she'll know, so she won't fall into those same pitfalls that I've seen a lot of women fall into.
I think a lot of times, man, women, especially women without fathers, fall into a cycle of bartering their bodies for the concept of this person being able to give me guidance.
That's facts. That happens a lot of cases. Like, in me, I just have conversations. I can have conversations with anybody. Mm-hmm. So I'll be talking to a woman, and then automatically she'll be like, all right, cool. And then from there, now she's turned on. And I'm like, I wasn't even trying to. I mean, we could take it there if you want to, but I was really just giving you the game.
Yeah.
Like, I was really just wanting to help you.
And that's what happened when you give them something, they feel like they owe you that because you've given them something that's value to them.
Man, look, I can have a business conversation with anybody, or if it's a female artist, like, I plug different people and stuff like that. And I've heard different things, like, I'm just like, that's just me. Like, if I know you need something, you as a male, I'll plug you to it. So why should it be different because she got titties? Like, so it's like, it's nothing that I want in advance for that. Like it's nothing that I need or nothing that I just have to get back in return. Like just you know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pay it forward. And if people aren't used to it, they take that as you want them.
Yeah.
No, that's just me being me. Like I'm just a genuine person, and it's like, and I do what I would have appreciated in that same situation.
It's vice versa too. Have you ever met a genuine nice female in Cincinnati? You'd be like, man, she gotta want me, cause nobody else is acting like this. She don't got no attitude. It's almost like she don't know how she look.
Right, they're to throw you off. And you be like, "And she bad? What the?"
I'm gonna marry her. Let me help take care of your kids, please. You ever seen a woman so attractive that you be looking in your pockets like, I need to give her something.
But they be in strip clubs and it like.
No, I'm just talking about. You just be like, it's got to be something on my person I can give her. Something like. I done met a few of them where you just be like, man, this is unreal, man. This motherfucker is beautiful on the inside.
No, yeah, when it's because it's like you run into so much bullshit. It's different when you run into the real, and you can have a real conversation, and you can really be like, wow, like she is dope in 18 different ways. Didn't know it was possible.
Yeah. Speaking of real versus fake, man, what you think about real butts versus fake butts?
I understand both sides.
Expound.
I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I see a lot of real butts. I see a lot of fake butts. I've experienced both.
Talk about the difference.
When you say fake, do you mean like there's a foreign substance, or it wasn't built on you that way? Because a lot of people will be doing
fat transfers and stuff.
So
I'm talking about you have house insulation inside your.
Oh, well, that get a lot of girls hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? But no, okay, I've seen the fake, and it's ridiculously fake. Mm-hmm. Like,
where your thighs,
the
thigh to ass ratio is.
Like, I tell people, I tell girls, like, it got to be the ice cream cone. Like, it got to make sense, because too much ice cream on the cone, it'll fall off.
Yeah. It can't be a lollipop.
Like, it can't be. It has to be something where the ice cream cone goes up, and then from there it can go up, and then you can have it. You can't look like a pea. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, I've seen that. Still soft.
Oh, pea.
Still soft.
Still soft?
Still soft.
What was in there, you think?
I don't know. I didn't care. But it was, that was, I remember, like I said, there was a young lady who's an Instagram model, and ridiculous. And I remember she did a video, and it was just like, I was just like, sitting looking at it, Jesus, why? It looked amazing though, but it was just, why would you get that much?
What are you trying to overcompensate for?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like I've seen those, and then I just see, like, and I know a bunch of women, like I work with a bunch of women, so it's like, it's nurses that's getting butt jobs and stuff. Like, and I be like, but, like, I'll never forget, it was a girl, she was so cool, like, never wanted to do nothing with her. She was small, petite, like, she was tall and slim and X, Y, and Z, like, the slim body, but it still was a body. Yeah. And she was just determined to get her butt done. I'm like, why? Why?
I like that. The chick looked like she been jumping double dutch her whole life. You slim.
Yeah, but I'm like, why though? Like, you have everything else. And it was never even me trying to make a move. I'm just like, don't. No.
You're not gonna win against her psyche.
Oh no, I think she ended up going to another hospital. I think she ended up getting it done. And it was just like, and somebody showed me the picture. I was like, okay, it looks cool. Like, yeah. But you was already it before.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it be like that, man.
So, like I said, like, of course I always appreciate the real. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, we understand cellulite happens. Stretch marks happen. X, Y, and Z, like. But if you got enough confidence to flaunt it, then we're gonna appreciate it.
I think real trumps fake a lot of times, man. Just because real things are attractive in real life.
Right.
The truth is attractive, man. So, I don't know, man. I done seen some, and big asses ain't always what's up, man. I done seen some chicks whose ass was so big, it's like, man, you kind of deserve a disability check for that. Like, you should be paid, because you know, like, okay, you 25, 30 now, but when you get like 50, that's going to be hard to carry around.
Right. But that's why you see people like K. Michelle, like they got it taken out.
Because it was making her sick.
Yeah, people don't understand. If you're putting foreign substances into your body is made to fight it. Mm-hmm. Your body thinks you're sick or in trouble. So if you're like, the fat transfers are more expensive. Like the Brazilian butt lifts are more expensive. Yeah. So if you just do the cheap, just with the just getting it insulated or whatever, it doesn't work. Eventually, like if your immune system is any good, you're gonna have to take some like people when when they get organs and stuff, they have to take medicine to keep your body from not fighting off that organ that's foreign.
They say most people's body fights off an organ like within 2 years. A lot of people die. Is that true?
I don't know if it's within 2 years, but like I said, it's medicines that you have to take for that. Like because your body understands this ain't mine.
This ain't
Like this wasn't what we've been doing for the last 30 years. Yeah. Who is this? Yeah. Like and your body's like, no, he gotta go. Like what happened to the homie? Like your body is literally telling you that. Like you joke, you laughing, I'm serious. Like your body's telling you like, this ain't it. So it's the same with tissue. It's the same with like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the same with blood. That's why it's so like you gotta understand blood. Like if that's why blood types that don't match don't work for you. Mm-hmm. Like it's a reason that all those things is like that. So women that's getting this done to their bodies, it's like if you're not gonna spend all of the adequate money to do it, don't do it. Cause the cheap way gets you really fucked up.
Yeah, man. So love that small butt, man. Hey, man. Sometimes all somebody wants is a handful or a mouthful, whatever your preference is.
That's it though. Like a lot of times it be them in their own head.
Yeah.
Like or they might have had one experience and that one dude broke them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the dude that they was in love with was like, if you had a little more
maybe just even playing, but it's stuck.
And it's stuck, and then they never forget how they felt.
Yeah, man. That brings me to another topic, man. You with a girl, right? You break up. How long is it okay for you to stalk her social media platforms?
I don't know, because that's not for me.
You don't just call, you don't just check and be like...
No. I block everybody. Cool with.
Explain.
If I dated someone, because for me, my memory's too good, and I'll see something that will remind me of you, and then it'll take me to a point where I will start to miss you, or I'll get pissed off. Like my emotions is too deep in my head,
or both at the same time.
So I'm like, no, I will block. If I dated a girl, I will block her. I will block her sister. I will block her family. I will block her friends. I will block anybody that will remind me of you, because for me, it's out of sight, out of mind. That is how I heal. So I don't understand the stalking of social media. I don't know that, because I will block your ass. Like, I got an ex. She noticed that I had a kid because my mom posted it. That's it. I didn't know they were still friends. But she didn't see it from me. Like, because she got blocked off everything.
Did you tell your mom to block her?
I told my mom that they couldn't be cool. Because they were having conversations like it was all good. And it's like, nah, like, remember, if you my mama, then it's her.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Because if you break up with a dude, I ain't cool with him.
That's another thing, man. What do you think about breaking up, divorce? What's going on with Dr. Dre? What do you think about somebody getting half of what you earn?
If you helped the cause.
Yeah.
No disrespect. I don't know. I don't think she knows a damn thing about a headphone.
I never heard. Did you mix anything?
I don't think you know. Like, you weren't. Like, I don't get it. And then it's like, I get if all your kids grown. So that ain't even a thing no more.
Yeah.
Like, if you got the kids, okay. You got it. Nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
If you got the kids, if you supporting whatever, cool. $2 million a month? Like, add that up. That's $24 million a year. For how many years? Like, until you die?
That's why white dudes be like, yeah, we just gonna go ahead and finish this now. Blah!
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense to... Like, but you got somebody like Cam Newton's baby mama, she only want $15,000 for the 4 kids. and they kids is all little. Kids is like 7 and 2. That makes sense. 15 grand is normal. We still talking about a millionaire.
Yeah.
15 grand, like $3,000 a kid is not, and that's everything. That's
it's
food,
like
clothes, school, everything.
Yeah.
15 grand ain't bad. That's reasonable. But these outrageous ass numbers, like people wanting 50,000 a kid for one kid, like I don't understand it.
And some people get it.
Yeah.
And another thing, if we break up,
these judges get hip though. These judges like they ain't just going for it now a lot of days.
you gotta watch what judge too, man, because a judge like Judge Joe Brown, he could never be a family court judge. He gonna give her $1 million.
Right. Yeah,
but
that,
you work it.
But that's for that's for TV. That's for TV. But now, like one of Future's most recent baby moms was wanted 53,000 and only get 3,000.
I want to know why all these chicks is attracted, is just giving a womb to Future like that. He has resources. Is that it?
It couldn't be that because I don't know. Like I don't know if they. Honestly I don't know. We'd have to ask. You need a woman on your show and ask like, what would make you Future raw on purpose when you know he got 7 or 8 kids?
You're not the first one. The first one, the second one, maybe even the third. Okay, but after that, it's headlines.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what he goes through with each of these women,
and you're gonna get dogged out on the track.
So why? Right. So why? What? Like, so when you get a female artist, please chop this part of this interview and be like, excuse me. Would you give Future the vagina unprotected today?
Your whole birth.
And why would you? Today, when you understand the things that he has going on with paternity and his other children's mothers, all of them. And I want to, and please, so I want to know, like, because I want to know from a woman's perspective as well, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember, it's crazy, because I remember, okay, I'm 32, my daughter's 2. I remember being 28, 29, 30, no kids, and I remember it was women that thought something was wrong with me.
It was a study that said a lot of women who see a man over 30 with no kids, they either think he's gay or a pedophile.
So I've heard, you ain't got no kids, you do this, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
And I'd be like, well, I just left a situation, and sometimes I understand that I need to be by myself. That's it. And I purposely wasn't just walking around people.
Yeah.
Like it was,
people can't fathom the thought that you would actually like not take vagina. It's a lot of people who be like,
it's not even you're not taking vagina. I bought condoms.
Yeah.
Like it's simple.
Discretion.
It's simple. It was just like I just wasn't reckless. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna say I ain't have my scares like the next person, but it wasn't. My abortion record is very little. Like I wasn't, and it's just I just always thought ahead. I just always thought I wanted different things for my life and for whenever I do have my child, and I wanted to be at a certain place for that. Yeah. It happened to work.
And you probably just saw like I see myself being greater.
And I didn't, but at the end of the day, I didn't want kids with the I understood that 20 minutes didn't need 18 years and 40 weeks. I understood that.
So that brings me to another thing. Like I said, man, we kind of like, the music is directly influencing our vibration as people in a culture.
Right.
Right now we got all this stuff happening. What will being brought to light about just the injustice of being black, systematic racism. We got all these things that's going against us. Where do you feel the music, a lot of this music even belong? Do you think it should be I feel like some music should just not be able to get made right now because we need to be in a healing process. As
true as that is, it still needs to be balanced though.
It does need to be balanced.
Like I understand,
but
like, you know
it's definitely off balance right now.
I don't think it's off balance. I just think it's some stuff is over promoted.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, you find what you want to find. If you like, everybody complaining about WAP, but they wasn't going to listen to Rhapsody.
Wapsody.
Like, wasn't nobody going to listen to Rhapsody. Wasn't nobody listening to these different people that aren't naked or aren't over-sexualized. Those aren't getting... Like, Cardi got 1 billion streams that week. Like I really don't even think I'm exaggerating that. Like,
it probably ain't.
But video came out that day, did millions of views. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like you was talking about butts, but it's real versus fake. It's the same thing. Mm-hmm. Tekashi came out after jail, nothing happened. Bobby Shmurda better get all the love if that's the case, because he ate his bid and took extra years for his boy. And nobody and you hear more talk about Tekashi than you do about Bobby Shmurda. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like and I'm combining different things, but it's like it's all about the real, and it's all about like what you want to digest. So from there, it's like you can find it if you want to. It's just the bullshit is always going to be promoted because it's easier to ingest. Like Royce the 5'9" came out recently. Like Los dropped.
And did what?
No, Royce the 5'9" came out with an album recently.
Oh, you gotta say album? I thought you just said he came out.
Talking about music.
No,
Royce the 5'9" dropped music recently. King Los dropped music all the time. You got people, if you want to listen to quality hip hop or urban, whatever you want to call it, you can listen to it without the bullshit. You don't have to listen to the bullshit. If you choose to only listen to what is Billboard promoted or on your radio, then that's different. So it's like in this time, if you want to listen to somebody that's talking about like Joyner Lucas or somebody, you can. It's there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm like, it's really a balance. Like, I don't want people to get it twisted and think that this is all we got. Like, no, you just got to search in your Spotify or wherever you listen to music and just search and just know what you're looking for. But everybody dropped the music. It's just, we know what sells. Boy. Even my boy. Go stream it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I look at some of the lyrics I used to drop, like, man, it's trash. Like, you misleading people. Like,
it's not that you misleading people. It's like, at the end of the day, most music is telling a story of something that was done or seen. Like, we was talking about WAP. Every heterosexual male enjoys WAP. So why is it a problem that they making a song about it now?
It's not a problem. I think timing. I think our biggest problem is distractions, though. But what is it distracting you from?
It's not. But why would WAP be distracting me? Martin Luther King was getting way in multiple places, and he was still the leader of the civil rights movement.
That's why
that didn't stop a damn thing. WAP didn't stop nothing.
That's why he wanted people to be nonviolent. He was so relaxed from having sex that he like, man, why y'all tripping, bro? I just smoked a blunt. Y'all just.
But that's what I'm saying. What did it stop?
If he had taken WAP out of his life, he probably would have been like, turn up on these motherfuckers, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta. But it's like, what did WAP stop? Nothing.
The civil rights movement.
It didn't stop a damn thing. like you know what I'm saying? Like,
WAP stops.
You stupid. Like, that don't stop nothing. Like, sex don't stop nothing. Sex is the most normal thing on this planet. Everything is sexual, but a rock. So it's like, sex don't stop nothing.
You can have sex with a rock.
So, but I'm saying the rocks can't have sex with each other.
Now, why you looking? Where do you think pebbles come from? Where do you think sand come from?
True. But you know what I'm saying? Sex don't stop nothing. So making a song about sex don't stop nothing. So it's like, you can listen to that 3 minutes out of your day and understand it, but it takes balance. Like when Tupac was talking about Brenda, he still came back around and was talking about I get around. That didn't mean Brenda still wasn't throwing her baby in the trash. But still, he's still trying to raise awareness for Brenda in her situation, but in the meantime, he still has his vices as well. I agree with that. Like, everything ain't that. Like, I feel like I can rap with a lot of the best of them, and I can put words together, and I can tell an amazing story. And I still know women that are f***ing for $40. Or less. But, you see what I'm saying? I can understand both. It's just the people that can't. That's the issue.
Yeah.
The people that can't. The people that's just wop, 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 wop. No, it's wop, and then it's the rest of your day. Now you still have 23 hours and 56 minutes to go about the rest of your day. That's the only difference.
You ever been preparing for WAP that you was gonna get later in that day, and you just didn't do nothing the entire day waiting on it? Because you didn't want to get your butt sweaty or something.
No, I just shower again.
Maybe you didn't have that luxury.
I don't know. You got to make sure you got the luxury now. You got to make sure, like, regardless of what's going on. I know people like that though. Like, ooh, she coming over, and then it's just like everything is based on.
It's on hold,
and that's the issue. WAP shouldn't stop you from getting no money. It shouldn't stop you from handling no business. But for the people that it does stop, it's like that's their problem. But I don't,
What do you think about people coming to bed musty?
Are we?
Yeah.
Then don't get in my bed.
Have you ever had a partner? Yes. And how did you handle that?
Let's get in the shower, boo. Like, I made it like it was an us thing.
You slid it, yeah.
Like, because it's like I can't just say that's not it.
Yeah.
Okay? Especially if this is somebody that I was looking to engage with. Yeah. Like, hey, let's get in the shower. I think that'd be sexy. Like, and then, like, in my day, when I was young and super in my prime, I got a shower cap for you. I got a bonnet for you. I got all that prepared for you to come and do whatever after you're gonna do whatever to me. So, come on, let's get in the shower. Like, I think that'd be sexy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I get told I smell good. So I'll be like, oh, I use this. Like, come on, like, let's try that out. Or I got this new, like, hey, like, I thought it was cool. We run this bath. Like, you have to make it, like, more romantic, not that you shooting a shot at her, because then she'd get turned off and not give you nothing.
Girl, let's go to Mike's car wash. It'd be real sexy if you just walk through it.
Like,
you can go ahead and finish your story about the sexual hygiene. What you was talking about?
Like, it's just, if it's a one-time thing, then okay, I could, like, you have to just bring it like, hey, let's do this. It's like if you want somebody to lose weight, you have to offer to go jogging with them. You can't say you need to lose weight. So from there, I'll be like, hey, I'm about to hop in the shower, like, come with me. Like, I think that'd be dope. I think that'd be sexy. I want you to try this out, or I think it'd be relaxing, or hop in the shower, give you a massage afterwards. You have to make it more romantic, because if not, then it's like, what you trying to say? And then, now, if this is just her, then she gotta go. Like, if that's just her, every time I see you, that's what you want, she's out.
What if she be like, nah, I'm cool. I'll just be here waiting for you when you get out the shower?
Then it might be, we might have to pivot. Whatever is musty about her, I'm not coming in contact with. like I've had endeavors where it's like that, where it's like, she might have been running around all day. That might not be the freshest. It might just be all voice box after that. Because I'm giving you peak me. Like, at this cleanest point, fresh out of the shower, I deserve the same respect.
What if she got gingivitis too and her breath stink?
I wash my stuff after.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, let me get that. Me.
The deeper you go, your mouth health heavily influences the health of the rest of your body. So now let me get off of this, man, for the women come attacking, man. We just having fun, man.
That's all.
You being a recording artist, man, you going into the studio to be creative. What are 5 essentials that you need in the studio during a session?
It's not even 5. I just need a water and or a Gatorade and closed session. That's it. I don't do that party type of a bunch of people in the studio. I don't do that. So I just need the people I work with, and I just need something to drink just to keep my voice good. That's it. I'm not a diva like that. Like, I don't need this. I don't need yellow M&Ms and all that type stuff. Literally just something to drink, and just in my phone, because that's what I write in.
So you a sober cat? No drink, no smoke?
I don't drink before a session. I don't drink, and I don't smoke anyway. But I drink. But I don't drink before a show. I don't drink before a session. I don't do none of that. I need to focus on my stuff.
Hence why you run it like a business.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be at peak condition. And I haven't never had the luxury of just unlimited time where it's just like I can just be in the studio for all day and all night. Like, so it's like when I'm getting in to get some work done. So we're going to get this work done.
Now, the whole reason that you're back in Cincinnati is the Sunday event.
Yeah.
Kind of explain what you're doing. By the time people see this, it's going to be in the past, but I'm sure you probably going to do it again. You did it last year. Kind of explain what the Sunday event is.
It's called the Sunday Pull-Up. And it's just essentially like last year we did an ice cream truck, and it was just, you know, trying to just come in contact with more people and then saying thank you to the people that already supported me. And it's just something as simple as ice cream. It was a hot day. We rented an ice cream truck, gave out free ice cream for the people that rock with me. The people that didn't, come rock with me. So, and then this year we're doing it again. Free ice cream, free masks. And, you know, we're trying to pull up to as many neighborhoods as we can just to show love and show support to anyone. And then shout out to the people that supported me. And if you didn't, then here's why you should. And so, we starting Sunday at 12 to 6 p.m. We're going to try to be out as many places as we can. And we're going to try to pull in these neighborhoods. Like I remember last year, like Bond Hill was real hectic. Roseline Park, some people had died. That's when we went first. Like, so, just to, like I said, just to touch the people, just to be in the crowd with the people. Like, I know I've done whatever to where it's like I've said, I've heard that I'm quote unquote a celebrity or whatever, but it's like I'm never too big to say what's up to people, because at the end of the day, these are people that support me and put me in the positions I'm in. So I can't give everybody $1, but if I can, hey, you want some ice cream? Sure. On a hot day, everybody does, and the weather's nice. Everybody's gonna be outside, especially with everything going on. It's like, you know, like even if, like I said, that's why I got the masks I'm giving away too, to keep people safe as well. So that's just it, you know. And it's all about the music coming up. We got a few projects we're working on. I can't give the title of the first one, but the next one is called Speed Dating, because it's a bunch of big songs. It's a bunch of singles. For singles who don't know, or records, you know, that have bigger sounds. Like, that's all I try to make. Like, I don't try to make album fillers or anything like that. So Speed Dating, that's a project that's coming. I have Ladies Night, that's coming next year. A bunch of records that's just based on the female demographic, based on me, because at the end of the day, that's what I make music for anyway. So, got a couple projects, and then, like, so the Sunday Pull-Up is all for that. Like, you know, just building more and reconnecting with a bunch of people. Like, I haven't been home. This is the first time I've been home in 10 months. Usually I'm home every other month to check on my family and my people. So, it's cool. It's working out, and it's going to be an amazing event. People, like I said, this is the second time. We're debating if this is going to become an annual thing or not. Like, I don't want it to say it's annual and then I slip. So that's why I'm just saying part 2 for now. And then if we do it again next year, it'll just be something we do every year.
What's some of the best advice that you've been given in your life?
What's meant for you is meant for you. I was talking to, who told me that? It was one of my homies who, he's a writer. He wanted to be an artist. Being an artist didn't work for him. He's a writer. He's a millionaire. And he was like, it wasn't meant for him to be an artist. It was meant for him to he still has songs that have hit radio and stuff like that. So what was meant for him was to be in that life and that lifestyle. It just wasn't meant for him to be in front of the camera. The things that are meant for you are going to come regardless. The things that aren't, if you try to keep going against it, then life has its way of kicking you in the butt, telling you otherwise. So I've understood that, and I ride that wave, and it's worked for me ever since.
Okay. What's some of the best advice that you can give to maybe a younger version of you that's out here trying to find their way in this music?
Leave sooner. I would have left sooner, because it was just like, for some reason I was just like, I'm put down for the city. Like, why ain't that me? Like, why ain't this person playing my record? I'd have left sooner. It would have been 2013. It'd have probably been like 2010. I'd have probably, and because there were situations that I could have, like, I heard about later that I could have been a part of if I was already in the environment at the time.
All right. And just real quick, tell people where they can find you at.
Everything is at Princinnati, Princinnati.com. You can go on any streaming site, wherever you get your music, search Princinnati. Again, everything Princinnati. Everything. I am Cincinnati. Just add the PR.
Yo, man, what's going on? It's your grandma's boyfriend, 6 from the Nomtombout Radio show. Check out new episodes on our YouTube channel, Nomtombout Radio, NOMTOMBOUT. Do it now before I put hands and feet on you, cuz.